Welcome back to another video from the fuck. Welcome back to another video from the Debate Room Podcast. We are back with you guys after Game 3 of the NBA Finals, where the Pacers took a 2-1 lead with a 116, 107 win at home over the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have, I guess, taken a commanding 2-1 lead. I think the team that wins the game 3 wins 80% of the
80%
finals.
of the time.
80% of the finals. So the odds are in their favor, theoretically. I want to go back and see what 8 teams won and see what those matchups was like. Yeah.
Absolute super, man. We gotta stop.
Pacers win game 3.
How you feeling, Max?
Like I said,
Sorry, Max,
like,
how you feeling, man? Back against the wall now. Y'all, game 4 is a must-win game. You guys have been here before. What are we thinking, man?
so I changed my pick to OKC in 7 after game 1, which Latif said was a serious overreaction.
It is. It is. We'll get to it.
How? That makes zero sense. I still think what Q?
The series, no matter what, has to go 6. So saying it's gonna go 7 is not an overreaction, bro. It
Like
has
I
to go
don't.
6
So
no matter
again,
what.
like I've been on this for like a long time where I thought even in the world where it went 5, each game was super tight, and that's what it's been. It has been a very, very close finals matchup on a game-to-game basis. Again, at times the game might not be close, but on a box score level, each game was within a couple points. This game, like overall, me being a Thunder fan, like I think that they still, huh?
I blew them out in game 2.
Sure, but like again, it was 10 points here and there and stuff. But like, I still think OKC can roll off a win in game 4 and in game 5 and go back to Indiana up 3-2. So I still think OKC in 7 is the most realistic possibility. Obviously we'll see after game 4, but in this game specifically, like Indiana was the better team. I'm sorry, Indiana was just like again they showed that they were the better team this game, and that's the first time I think I've seen that. This series. It all started in the second quarter. The first quarter looked like business as usual. OKC up, whatever, 8 points, I think. And the second quarter came over, and it was all Indiana, led by their bench, which, again, is a very Indiana thing to do, led by defense, led by intensity, led by their bench. I think that, like, McConnell, Mathurin, Thomas Bryant didn't do anything. But like you had two guys who were leading the team offensively, defensively, getting in passing lanes. They were huge. So I thought that honestly, this was the most Indiana win possible. Having just your entire team ball out over whatever triple or quadruple the bench points. I don't know if it was that much actually on both sides. Their defense was probably the best it's looked all year. I talked before about this. I think their OKC's lack of attention was so prevalent. There was, again, 4 or 5 inbound passes that TJ McConnell was able to pick off, where if Kaysen or Caruso just took a second to see that he was right there, you could try and change that. Tyrese Halliburton was getting the passing lanes. He was pretty solid on defense. He was not a cone like he usually is. His defensive intensity was up, and he had, 3 or 4 steals. So I think as a whole, this Indiana team, again, offensively, they could get their spots. Everybody was kind of attacking. It wasn't a one-guy game, I guess, besides Benedict Mathurin. Pascal had his. Tyrese was playing very well. Mathurin was playing well. Miles Turner was still getting to his spots in the paint. But, yeah, like on OKC's part, turnovers. They turned the ball over way too much, and that's what cost them the game, in my opinion. They still shot the ball pretty efficiently. What were they? What did they end from 3? Did they start jacking threes at the end? At one point, they were 10 for 18. They were close to 50%, whatever. So maybe they ended with 40. But they were pretty good offensively as far as shooting the basketball. They just struggled to get to their spots. And it was really, really evident in some of these games where the primary ball handler, whoever it was in the offensive set, was just getting clamped. And they couldn't do dribble handoffs, or they were just swarming or doubling. And Indiana's defense was very, very good. So all respect to the Pacers. This is a great game to watch, back and forth. I really can't say much about it. Like it's whatever, being on like the bad end of it. Obviously, it sucks that it ended that way, but like this finals has been super, super entertaining, which again I think is great and is good smack in the face to everyone who said it was gonna be bad. But I do think that I still believe in my team to pull this out. I don't think them winning game 3 was that like insane to believe. So I think OKC just needs to get 1 in Indiana.
I'm going to be honest. This is the first time I feel like OKC can lose a series. I'm not going to lie. This is the first time I really feel like.
How is OKC in 7 outlandish still?
Bro, let me finish my thought.
Do you want to bet on this?
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when you do it. Remember that, Max?
I just don't get that.
This is the first time where I really feel like Indy has a chance to win a series. You know, I'm a numbers guy. And when you go up 2-1 in the finals, I believe, you win 80% of the time. The Thunder had the benefit of doubt that they've been in this position already against Denver. And they also have home court advantage as well. So that plays into their part as well. But Indiana won game 3 in a way. They basically won game 3 by beating OKC at what they do. They created turnovers. They got points off the turnovers. They had 24 steals and blocks combined tonight. They got second chance points. Their bench dominated 49-18 tonight. This is the first time I feel like the Pacers can actually win a series. Am I picking them? No. But I still now I believe, just based off the numbers, probability that they have a chance to win this series. Tyrese Halliburton, great bounce back game after being terrible in the first 2 games. Gave you 22, 9, 11 tonight. I think his defense was way more impressive than his offense. Obviously, you needed him to be great offensively, which he was tonight, but he had really good off-ball defense tonight. He had really good effort on the glass tonight. So kudos to him. But it was really the bench that won in this game. TJ McConnell, amazing tonight. He constantly put pressure on the rim. He constantly got into the gaps of OKC's defense and got it out to shooters. He was a pesky defender tonight, had a few steals. Bennedict Mathurin had his best game of his career tonight. 27 points. He was fearless.
He couldn't miss.
And Indiana, also, this might be one of the first games of this playoffs where I feel like a team wanted it more. This
that's not real game. That's not quantifiable. That's not quantifiable. Shut up, bro.
I told you guys it's quantifiable, and it showed up in second chance points. It showed up in offense rebounding. It showed up in transition points. It showed up.
The thing is, he wanted it more. It's just a fancy way of saying, like, they're athletes. Like, it's a human nature, a human element of, you ain't about to come to my crib and do what you think you about to do to me in my crib. Like that's sometimes it's about just being a dude when it's time to be a dude. Yeah, like you see it more in football. Like it's more of a thing in football. It's harder to do that in basketball, but in football, you don't have to be more talented. If I just work harder than you, if I'm more of a man than you, I'm gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like but in basketball, it's just hard to do, so to speak.
I don't know if I believe in momentum or not like that, but
first, you don't believe in momentum.
That's a debate. You know, people. That's like a debate on like in reality. Like people would debate if momentum is real.
That's fine. I just don't know why you're subscribing to that.
No, it's been good arguments.
Subscribing to that.
It's been good arguments on both sides. It's been good arguments on both sides of the
What'd you say, Q?
I say you know why he's not subscribing to that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I feel like momentum is huge. Being in your home environment after like some of the runs they went on, like how was that?
I believe in momentum, but then believe in like something like home court advantage.
No, I was about to get into it. I said I don't know. I mean, again, it's been something that's been debated.
You didn't believe momentum.
No, I said I don't know. I said I don't know. Because it's been debated. But I was gonna say, like, first final games in 25 years, the home crowd was big tonight for the Pacers. This is a must-win game, obviously, for OKC in Game 4. So we may see an increased level of intent. But what I thought the Pacers did really well tonight, the Pacers did a much better job on SGA in Game 3. He saw multiple bodies. Like Aaron Nesmith, I think, fouled out tonight. Was it Andrew Nembhard?
No, Nesmith didn't get his fifth foul till like the last minute.
Nembhard. Let me see real quick. I think it was Nembhard. They got fouls on it? No, Nembhard. No, Nesmith fouled out. Aaron Nesmith had 6 fouls. Aaron Nesmith had 6 fouls. Andrew Nembhard had 5 fouls. They were being ultra aggressive with SGA. They picked him up 94 feet, made him work for every single shot. They sent more gap help. They played more at the level of the screen and blitzed more pick and rolls. Their defense tonight, I believe, their defense, their low man defense was much better tonight, forcing more skip passes, which we know that's a weak point for SGA. They just tired SGA out because they sent so much help with him throughout the whole game, where he definitely tired out, especially on defense. He had a number of plays where he didn't box out and teams got the offense rebound. And you could just tell he was gassed. His hands was on his knees throughout that fourth quarter, and because he wasn't at full strength in that fourth quarter, I think that's a big part of why Indiana was able to pull away. But it's not much. I mean, I can say that it was a great win from Indiana. I think SGA needs to be better for sure. It was hard with the attention they were showing at him, but we talking about one of the best guard seasons ever. We talking about a top 3 player in the NBA. We talking about MVP. No excuses for you in that right. You got to get your game off. Jaedon was excellent in the second half. Jaedon was their best player tonight. He came out way more aggressive. Was getting to the rim. Played some solid defense as well. Was creating for others as well. Chet started the first quarter really well. He played well in the first half. In the second half, the physicality of the Pacers really dealt with him. Wasn't getting a lot of great rebounds. Miles Turner really bothered him in that second half. So I think Shea was underwhelming, especially in the second half. I think Chet was underwhelming, especially in the second half. I really think Caruso needs to start. That needs to be one of the adjustments that the Thunder makes, I believe, in game 4
for Kaysen.
For Kaysen, I think Caruso has been like a probably top 3, top 4 player for the Thunder this whole run. He's a better defender. I believe Kaysen sometimes is better on the ball and stuff like that. But if I'm not mistaken, he's been shooting better from 3 in this playoffs. He's been shooting better from 3 in the playoffs. He is a better passer, I think, than Kaysen. Tonight he had 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's just more mature, under control than Kaysen. Like Kaysen is out there pressing sometimes. He's still a young player. Caruso has been in the NBA Finals before. He's an older player. He's been playing better in this playoffs. I think Caruso should start and have Kaysen off the bench. I know Caruso and Ihart have been really good tandem off the bench, but I would try to experiment with that, Mark. It's do or die in game 4. I would really start to get nervous if OKC lose game 4, obviously. But this is the first time I feel like Indy can win a series. I think OKC can win 3 straight games, though. If that happens, I would not be in the least bit surprised at all. What will happen is they win game 2, win game 5, win game 4, win game 5 at home. They close it out in 6 in Indy. What's up?
Do you think they're gonna win 3 straight?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna say don't throw no little caveats. They can, if they don't,
both you guys were saying it in 5, where it's like you wouldn't be surprised, but you're picking them in 6. Both you guys said like you could see it in 5, picking 6.
No, yeah, this is over in 6.
You believe so too?
This is over in 6. Regardless, I'm just happy. It's basketball. It's giddy.
You know so you guys are both like firmly confident it's over in 6.
Oh yeah, I'm trusting. I'm chilling. I don't gotta waver too much. I don't gotta.
You're not nervous in the slightest.
No,
I'm going out on my shield. I've been on OKC all year. I'm going up for this. I'm going out on my shield, bro. I'm going out on my shield.
Part of my thing is I'm super unbiased. Like I won't allow myself to sway too.
Unless when it comes to Tyrese Halliburton. Unless it's Tyrese Halliburton winning a ring.
That just cannot happen. I have ties to OKC, so I'm all good with OKC winning the ring. That's the hood. I can always go back. That's all. For me. I'm fine. Halliburton winning the ring. But as for this game, first of all, like Chief said, series tied, winning game 3, 80% chance they win in the series. This is an all-time great player. You need an all-time great player to make those type of moves. The last time we seen this was when GOAT did it back in 2016. Obviously, he's not LeBron James, but still a great team. Miles Turner had Chet in a box second half. Really was just imposing as well. Big body, treating him like a kid, which is cool. Doesn't really matter. The game was close. Came out of little things. They was tired. Off of every little screen, they was chasing after it. They was getting it. They was being physical. Neesmith was bothering J-Dub later on. He did get a bunch of those fouls, but he ended up getting a lot of turnovers and things like that. Was the thing. They were getting a lot of turnovers, and they was getting out in transition. This is the best transition game they had so far this series, and that's what Indiana needs to do. I think OKC did get a little sloppy, but that's not their defense and things like that is good enough to like make up, overcome things like that. They're a team that could overcome serious issues. Indiana's not the team that they could just keep, turning the ball over and missing shots and they could win. OKC could do that with the depth and talent that they have. I'm confident game 4, they're not going to lose. OKC is a great bounce back team. They're not going to lose back-to-back games. I don't remember the last time they lost back-to-back games, actually.
Shea wasn't good tonight. He had 6 turnovers as well. He looked right out there. That travel was very uncharacteristic, I believe. That
you see, that's I'm like, whoa, hey, it was that, and then the play before that, he did some he did some nonsense, but it was just like 2 back-to-back plays that it was just like, which
I gotta find my favorite picture, bro.
Obviously, something happened. We could probably pretty much say he was tired and gassed. Usually, game 3s are in series. Those are SGA's worst games. So this is kind of expected. He still had a better game than the 14-point game and whatever it may be, because they usually get blown out in the game, so he's not in the game that much. But they pretty much played the whole game. It was a dog fight from the beginning, just a bunch of moving and hitting and bumping and things like that. If Indy does somehow win the next game, clearly they'd be in the driver's seat. Super backs against the wall. OKC would have to win the 3 straight. If any team could do it this year in this NBA, it's them. So, I'm not worried about it. OKC, I still think wins in 6.
I had to find my favorite picture. You get beat up in the hood and you spin back next day. You can't get beat up again. It's not an option.
Again, we're gonna get into the 2 straight. But we're gonna get in like the OKC winning 2 or losing 2 straight games. That statistic's gonna keep going out. But at the end of the day, I said this at the start. I said this after game 1. This is the Denver series, and again, it's played out exactly so far like the Denver series. So I'm expecting a close game tomorrow on game 4, and a win.
I can't live in the world.
Hey, man, if they
I can't live in that world, Q. You already know I can't live in that world, Q. I can't live in that world. I cannot live in that world.
The problem with you is that you were just, and it's not like it was a wrong decision, because the vast majority of the world pretty much picked them to go to the final. So I'm not saying it was dumb. Obviously, that was, I thought the Mavs with Luka, they could give them the best fight in the West. That regardless. You are so invested in this, and you've been talking so crazy that almost to the point that you almost was calling people stupid and fools, and you was throwing out memes and all that. You cannot have them lose this year. Like, you cannot afford to have OKC lose. Like,
my reputation is on the line. My dignity is on the line. My honor is on the line with this, man. I got a question. But I want to put this in perspective. This would be one of the biggest upsets in NBA history, if not the biggest upset in NBA history.
Literally by the odds would be the biggest upset.
It'd be up there. Sure. I'm trying to think of anything else.
It's probably going to be worse than Miami in 2011. But
no, by the odds, it's worse. By the
biggest odds, it would definitely be biggest upset in NBA history.
Would it also depend on games? Like if Indiana won in 7, Would that be more? Would that be
I don't
crazier?
care. I don't care about the
Dallas
games.
It wouldn't matter. It
It's
It
wouldn't.
just
would,
winning.
I don't care how many games. I don't care how many games they lose.
It would actually be worse because it'd be Game 7 in Oklahoma City,
Gotcha.
where they'd probably be favored by like whatever it may be, 10 points, something like that closeout game after what they did to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At home in the crib, MVP, best team in the league. Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
I got a question though. I know you guys don't believe it, but I got more belief in you guys in this. Indiana wins. They win the whole thing. Where does this team rank all time as far as champions go? Where are you slotting this team at?
This slots around where the 04 Pistons. They're just like the
above or below?
I think they're like the same level because one was a great defensive team, one's a great offensive team.
Yeah, I get it, but I don't know. I think I value the 04 Pistons a little more.
Not the similar style point guard, but like obviously they point guard their best player.
Yeah,
they have a bunch of pieces around. Same thing here.
It'd be a straight unit championship.
You got a 68 win team, all-time great net rating through the playoffs, MVP, 2 all defensive guys, probably 4 all NBA caliber defenders. This will be one of the worst in NBA history. The Thunder cannot lose a series. It's not good for basketball. It probably is. I mean,
is Case an all-NBA level defender?
Huh?
Is Case an all-NBA? They got 6.
Who's the 6?
No, they got 5.
I don't think I heard is.
He would have if he played enough games. He would have made it.
Yeah, this year, but like in general, because they had like
he made it.
Last year he made it.
Yeah, he's a whole defense. Like that's what. Case and Ihart. Obviously, you got Dort, you got Caruso, you got J-Dub, and obviously, if Chet plays the whole season, if Chet played how he was playing in the beginning of the whole season, didn't get hurt, he was clearly all defense. It would have been a defensive player of the year runner. They got 6 of them things. 2 all in. Hey man, don't let Hallie win a ring.
Gotta start playing like it.
I can't live in the world,
bro. And it sounds like I'm hating. It's not hating. I'm really not. I'm really not hating. But
it is like again.
It's for the love. It's really for the love of the game because that's something the game just doesn't need. Like it just don't need
narratives.
The internet don't need it either. TV shows don't need it. I'm dreading going into a summer where like if Hallie win a ring, I know there's gonna be a contingent. Hallie better than Luka. He won a chip.
No.
Like,
bro.
I don't want to hear it, bro.
This is the funny thing is like I'm the OKC fan here, and I think obviously I'll be mad, sad, whatever if OKC loses. I'm not gonna lie, but like being from Indiana, like I know how much this would like mean, and if OKC wasn't in the finals, I'd be rooting for Indiana to win this. So it's like I have
Indiana,
huh?
I said I forgot from Indiana.
Yeah, both of us. That was crazy. Both of us. Again, like my take on Indiana at the start of the year was obviously wrong, right? This team is very, very good. Huh?
I said, you think?
Like Carlisle did some great coaching today. I don't know.
I'm still taking Mark. This debate's not going to do anything. I'm still taking Mark. I have no problem with that. I'm still taking Mark. Like today, right now, Mark.
Oh, bro.
No, I was just wrong. Like, but in a vacuum, like watching this series.
You talking about Rick Carlisle? You talking about Mark Dagenhart debates? He has the Pacers in the finals, bro. What are we doing?
Oh, yes, Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton. That doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I mean, Q, you just said it yourself, bro. Tyrese is better than Luka. You just said it yourself.
Nobody thought Pascal Siakam was moving the needle at all. Nobody thought they was moving the needle. Like Carlisle probably has an argument for the best coach in the league. It's between him and Eric Spoelstra. Like literally, it's between him and Eric Spoelstra. Like
coaching is one of those things where it's like it's hard to fall off being a good coach. You're either elite coach or not. Like you know what I'm saying. Like Rick Carlisle's been doing this for some times. Like he's had Detroit teams in the Eastern Conference Finals perennial playoff team. He's had Indiana. Before this, he's had Indiana as a playoff team.
I'm definitely biased.
Finals twice with the Mavericks.
We can't lie. I'm definitely biased. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not because I love Mark. Mark's been doing this for a long time too. Mark's had a great basketball. Huh?
You from Indiana? Be biased to the dude that's from Indiana.
Yeah, bro. I didn't like Rick because I didn't like Dallas growing up. I hated those Mavericks teams. So I never liked Rick Carlisle, but he's fine now. Like, obviously, yeah, he's doing great things out in Indiana. He's bringing Indiana basketball back. But no, like I'm not gonna get into the debate right now. But no, I mean, like, I don't know who singles. I don't know what this would mean the most for Indiana. It probably is Rick Carlisle. I think, like, who legacy wise,
he'd jump into top 5 coach of all time conversation.
I'm saying, like, legacy wise, out of everyone on that team, I think Rick Carlisle has the most to prove for it, or most to gain from this. Because I think everyone watching basketball and like everything knows that like this is a complete team effort. Like, no one's jumping Tyrese into those conversations. Pascal,
I think he starts building like towards being a Hall of Famer for sure. Like for Tyrese Halliburton,
I think Pascal
was a Hall of Fame coach. Like that's a lot. His level, that him going from 11 to like 5 is like, I don't think that's as big as like Hallie going from like. Because obviously longevity is a thing. He's going to rack up all-star appearances or whatever it may be. But
yeah. I think Pascal guarantees
is different. Same thing for Pascal. He
guarantees Hall of Fame if he wins this. He guarantees Hall of Fame if he wins this. Like, I think Pascal, like, again, I think a lot of us, like, you know what Pascal is. It's more like people 20, 30 years down the line.
Jamal Murray, if you ask me, I don't know.
What?
No, Pascal is probably well. He don't got the All-Star games.
He's borderline, but I'm saying like this championship.
If you project for like the next 3 years, like I know the Hall of Fame, like I understand like the basketball Hall of Fame is easy to get into, but like in reality, it isn't that easy to get into, especially if you don't have like a stellar overseas career or a stellar college career. Most of your great years of being a player just happens to be in the NBA. It's harder than like the dude that won 2 NCAA championships, then won a gold medal, and then made a couple All-Star games. Those guys made it. Pascal don't really got a lot of those, so he has to make his stand based off like NBA things.
I forgot.
Like, you still need the threshold. Still needs to be like 5-ish All-Star games, couple All NBAs, and then like add those postseason things. He already got a ring. You add 2 rings, and he was important to those rings. And then he would definitely lock himself as a Hall of Fame.
That's more what I'm saying. Being like a 1B number 2 player on 2 championship teams, elevating his play in the playoffs, like having good playoff stats, and then adding the All NBAs.
Teams.
Huh?
What are you talking about, Max? 1B on 2 championship teams. He was not the 1B on 2.
I said 1B or a 2 in that finals. Who else was the 2? Fred?
I mean, he was. I guess he was a 2.
That's the most consistent number 2, but
like I think that's
8. Like Cal Lowry 8, Fred VanVleet 8.
I think
Cal Lowry was number 2 on that team.
I don't know.
But everybody ate in the series.
Pascal was really good in that series, I thought, if I remember.
I mean, I think Cal Lowry was probably the second best player on the team. But anyways, man, tough loss, Max.
He's finally believing. Yeah, bro. He averaged 20 and 7.5 in the finals. Yeah.
Yeah, the first game he had like 30.
Yeah, 32, 12, 18, 19. In the closeout game, he had 26. Yeah, what are you talking about?
You gotta get past that PRA, man. Nah, but damn, man. Thunder, please. I'm begging you, bro. I'm begging you, bro. Because Max, he's already, bro. The Ringer has him as a top 7 player pre-championship. What are they gonna do after he wins?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nasty. I agree. I'm not hating on this at all. Like, trust me, it is.
Hey, better than Joel Embiid. Like,
they're gonna put him over Ant. They're gonna put him over Ant.
They'll put him as like the 2nd or 3rd best guard in the league. Probably post. They'll put him over Steph damn near.
Yeah, they'll put him over Steph. Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they'll probably have him at 3. They'll have him at 3. They'll have him after Luka and Shea, and they might even try to put him over Shea now.
No, they won't. It'll be
definitely try to put him. They're definitely gonna put him over Luka. Like
I don't think so.
I think
I think that'd be it's idiotic. It's so idiotic. But that's
Luka
just
PR'd him up. He Luka PR'd him up. There's nothing that he can do.
It'll be like Jokic, Shea, Luka, Giannis.
they probably got him right behind Tatum. They probably got him right behind Tatum. No,
They already moved Tatum down because of injury, bro. I saw they already moved him out. They already moved bro out. They would definitely
AD
like 11, KD like 15.
Bro, AD's falling out of top 10 conversations. So you gotta wake up, brother.
Is he above Giannis?
No.
I'm saying, are they going to throw him?
No.
Are they going to throw him above Giannis?
They're not gonna do that. That's too far.
Giannis could do no wrong.
So they got him at 5.
They have him at 5. Yes, I think so. Right after.
You think he's at 4, pushing over Luka?
Nah, I don't think they're gonna do that.
All
right, man. Let's do it. Game 3 recap. Game 4 in a few days. Want to have a mock draft out for you guys there pretty soon for NBA. Gotta get into draft coverage. Less than 2 weeks away now. Shit heating up. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Love y'all. We are out.